Hi everyone, this is Jobenblue, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Funko Pop Yu-Gi-Oh! Number 756, otherwise known as Slifer the Sky Dragon, otherwise known as Osiris in the Japanese. Actually, I read something the other day about the name Slifer the Sky Dragon. You know, if you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, it talks about Slifer the executive producer, and I actually saw an interview with the producer that was like, I didn't do that on purpose, and it was too late before I could stop it. So I'll put a link to that in the description. Side of the box, really pretty hieroglyphics and background and everything. Funko Pop, Slifer the Sky Dragon, 756, and you got Slifer right there. And then on the back, more that background hieroglyphic and just showing you all this kind of stuff. I already have Red Eyes Black Dragon. I will most likely buy a Pegasus someday. I'm probably not going to get Yugi because we have like Figmas and Raveltex and Nandoroids, which you'll see in a second. I might get Joey just because I don't think that we're going to get a Figma or a 1/12 scale anytime soon. I definitely have Exodia coming. Here's the top of the box, pretty basic. Here's the bottom of the box, and it seems like what they did is that they actually didn't enlarge it. So like this is the size of like the normal of a bottom of a Funko Pop box. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, here's the bottom of the box. And here is the UPC. So this box measures about 6.5 that way, 5.5 that way, and it's about 8.25 inches tall. So it's a very large figure, which is nice. These are supposed to be really big. I honestly would have totally bought a 10-inch version of this in Obelisk and Raw whenever it inevitably gets made. Alright, so you open the box and there's a few things that you're going to notice. Number one, we have this really cool background. Mine was actually unfortunately damaged whenever I bought it, but still very cool nonetheless. Is this upside down? Okay, so that one is upside down. I didn't know if there was a right way for it to go in, but of course, judging by the hieroglyphics, I would say that this is the upside. And there is nothing on the backside. I like this style of Funko Pop better, just because it just comes off easy, stuff like that. And you will actually notice that there is an extra plastic piece in here, and that covers the horn. So you can see it goes right there and completes the whole package. Even the spike here kind of gets completed with that part, so that's cool. And we have Slifer itself, and it's a nice red looking on here. I can't get the color to show up correctly. It's like a faded red almost. Yeah, but it's like a faded reddish color, but it's showing up super red on here. I say it's still pretty nice. Let's go ahead and talk about all the controversy surrounding the exclusive. On the box, you see it says only at Target. That was not always the case. This figure went up for pre-order on Hot Topic at around the same time as Flocked Champa, and so all of us were sitting there, we're waiting on these figures, and then one day in the middle of the summer, Hot Topic was like, go F yourselves, we're canceling all of these pre-orders, so you're going to have to go out and get them somewhere else. And then all of us who bought this thing were confused. We're like, what's going on? Are we not getting Slifer anymore? But we were, but it got changed to Target. And there was no overlap whatsoever. It was canceled from Hot Topic, and you had to go get it from Target. Who cares if you already had a pre-order? Well, the week that Slifer actually went up for pre-order or sale or something, I don't remember, was the week that I had the thing that shall not be named. So it went up at like 2 a.m. at the same time as some of the Black Series exclusives. I was too busy being sick. So the next day, I'm like, oh crap, I missed all the Black Series stuff, and I also missed this Slifer Pop. So I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Do I just miss out on this thing? I messaged like Hot Topic and Funko, and of course neither of them replied. So I sat there on the Target website that night at from 3 p.m. until about 6:30, just constantly hitting refresh Like, I didn't move, I didn't do anything else. I was refresh, refresh, refresh for that entire 3.5 hour period, and luckily I got this stupid thing, because you couldn't buy it on eBay because the eBay price was already like $40-$50. I think I originally did purchase one for like $40, but then I canceled it, and then I was able to get the one from Target. So here it is, but it was originally a Hot Topic exclusive, and then that got canceled, and then it all went to Target, and it was super hard to get. One of the first things that you notice is that there are all of these little, I can't think of their names right now, like anime marks, I guess, and none of them are colored in. So maybe you could go in with a Gunpla and do it, but since this was an exclusive, then I'm just not going to do it to it. And the first thing you notice is all the cool little details about it. It's got the two mouths and the spikes and everything. And this card, if you don't know what it does, it gains 1,000 attack and defense for every card that you have in your hand. And every time that a monster is summoned, it uses the second mouth up here and kind of like blasts it, I guess, and it gets rid of 2,000 attack and defense from the newly summoned card. This one's pretty strong, but you usually have to have some sort of card unlimiter, because you can only have like 6 cards in your hands at the end of your turn. It's really hard to have more than 6,000 unless you're doing something specific, or you're doing a one-turn killer or something like that. But we're not here for the card, we're here for the figure. As I said, it's got all those little marks that you could go in with a Gunpla pen and color all those in, but mine is broken, and this is so expensive, I'm probably not going to do that. It does have this little head gem thing, and it's not the best. It's like Funko. It's what you've come to expect from Funko. Unfortunately, the eyes are decent. There's no cracks in the mouth. That would be pretty cool to go back in and add. Maybe there will be like a knockoff of this, and you can find that and then paint it or something. Maybe, I don't know. Target has actually reissued some figures before. They reissued the Carbonized Mandalorian. I'm actually trying to get that right now, but it's not showing up. I keep getting charged for it, but it is still never showing up, so I don't know what's going on with that. The back of the wings are nice. Got more of that little detail that unfortunately can easily get lost in this sea of red. There's the inside of the wing. I think there's a lot of cool detail on this figure. Just red and black has always looked pretty cool, and this just highlights that even more. And the little bit of white and yellow and blue just really makes it a great design. This tail kind of falls apart though. All these little spikes. Little bitty baby feet. That's so weird. His hands are over here, but his feet are like all the way back here. Alright, so you guys have pretty much already seen everything that's going on here. So let's talk about any articulation, stuff like that. In terms of articulation, we have no articulation. These are a little bit bendy, but you can't really do much other than maybe like heat treat them out here, or heat treat them on the inside. Same for this one. Not really much going on with the head or the mouth. This head has 0 rotation whatsoever. You can see like glue marks in there and stuff. You can kind of pull the figure out, but I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, because you can see the all the little details of like the pegs. I must have ripped this out one day, because you can see a hole like right there, And that's where this one goes into, and then there's also another one right there. So you're really not supposed to be able to take this figure apart. The wings are a little bit flexible, but they're nothing like you'll see next week with Obelisk. Tail's a little bit flexible. Feet, same kind of situation. But for the most part, this just does not want to move very much. And so the problem with this thing is that it is very lopsided. Like the center of balance, like in terms of up down, it's great because it stands up, down, nice. But the balance is shifted all the way over here. So what happens is that the slightest bit of movement, and this thing just wants to tip over. And that's because if you look on the back, it's designed kind of stupid. They really should have taken this and brought it out a little more over here or something. I don't know if they were basing this off of a specific design, but that kind of sucks. Another thing that sucks is that this figure is really squished in, because if you really think about Slifer the Sky Dragon, this thing is like huge and it's like all over the place. It's kind of like Shenron, you know? So if you scrunch it up this much, it really takes away from the figure. So there it goes again, falling over. So I think what they should have done is kind of like extended this over, or maybe gave it like, I don't know, maybe some sort of like clear spike sticking up right here. Kind of like the Mew from the Clip and Go has this like clear little dilly thing here. So, I mean, technically you could like have that go up higher and then like sticking it there, just because like the balance is just, it's so bad on this figure. I don't know what they were thinking. Obelisk isn't that way, and I really don't think a lot of the other Yu-Gi-Oh figures have that severe of balancing issues, but it's too scrunched inwards, and it cannot balance worth a crap. You can make it work. You'll see in the size comparisons here in a second just how well it actually stands or not. So I think we've had a close enough look at this figure, so let's go ahead and go to those size comparisons. Slifer stands at about 4.5 to the top of his wing, about 6 to the top of his head, and about a little over 7 to the top of his highest little horn there. Here it is next to last week's review, which was the Yami Yugi, and next week's review, which is Obelisk. Here it is next to a Goku. Here it is next to the Kaiba and Yugi Revo Darkside. Here it is next to the Nindoroid Yugi, as well as Dark Magician Thought Figma. And overall, I would say that the best one to scale with these Funko Pops are definitely the Nindoroids. But at the time being, the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Nindoroids that we have are the one that you see on the screen right now. So hopefully Figma will make more. I don't know that Yugi really sold that well, but I guess we'll find out. And lastly, here it is next to the Funko Pop Merrick and the Figma Playmaker. I've done some research out there, and I found out that there is actually a like a 1/12 scale kind of a model kit that was made a long time ago. Which is like impossible to get your hands on. It's like $150, $200 just to buy the kit brand new, and about $90 to buy a pre-built. This is going to be your best option because I just checked, and this is still around the $45 mark. So technically, this is not the best Slifer that you could have, but your odds of getting the model kit are very, very slim. You're better off just hoping that Good Smile will make some sort of statue or something. So basically, is it good enough? I mean, really, your best options are either this for $45, buy a completed model kit for $90, or to buy a new model kit for like $150 or $200. I guess you're gonna have to go with this for now. I mean, this is perfect for a Nindoroid display. You saw that with a Nindoroid Yugi, but like, for a Figma scale, it's pretty small. So I'm going to say that about does it for this video. This has been Jobenblue, and next week we'll be taking a look at the Obelisk Funko Pop, which was a GameStop exclusive. So I will see you all then. Until then, goodbye.